the shadows we linger where the light can't reach. A serenade plays softly, a lesson we teach.
The trumpet sighs low like a secret we keep in the dance of the dark where the silent hearts weep.
Can you feel it, darling? The tension, the tease, the brush of the drums, the soft steady breeze.
In the silence we're caught, but the rhythm won't lie. A serenade whispers as the night passes by.
Serenade in the shadows, soft and sweet. A rhythm of longing where the heartbeats meet. In the velvet night, in the silence we roam. A serenade in the shadows where we find our home. The bass hums deep like a heartbeat beneath. Afro-Cuban whispers, a rhythm to breathe. Grunge on the edge where the wildness lies. In this world of shadows where the silence dies.
Can you taste it, love? The sweetness of sin. The saxophone wails, the journey begins. Through the smoky haze, through the twisted beat. In the serenade's a rhythm, we're incomplete.
Serenade in the shadows, soft and sweet. A rhythm of longing where the heartbeats meet. In the velvet night, in the silence we roam. A serenade in the shadows where we find our home. The muted trumpet wails, the world falls away. In the rhythm of love we have nothing to say. In the brush of the drums, in the silence we dive. A serenade in the shadows, we feel alive.
In the flicker of candles, in the haze of the night, we dance through the silence, we chase the light. A sultry breath, a stolen kiss. In the shadows we find an eternal bliss.
Serenade in the shadows, soft and sweet. A rhythm of longing where the heartbeats meet. In the velvet night, in the silence we roam. A serenade in the shadows where we find. As the song fades and the shadows retreat, we leave with the rhythm, the silence so sweet. In the serenade's echo we linger and stay. A serenade in the shadows forever will play.
In D minor, the storm began. Each note a thread in a shaking hand. You lit the room with a sideways glance. Hair in a bun, hips in a trance. The pianist nodded, you slid in slow. Your perfume whispered, oh, vertigo. A match was struck in your cigarette soul. I watched Havana burn in a sugar bowl. And oh, you played that minor key like sin was written just for me. Silk in the shadows, bourbon in bloom. Jazz curled lazy round the room. Your voice a blade wrapped in lace. 1,000 violins falling from grace. Ashes in D minor dance on my tongue. Every word you say beautifully wrong. Velvet lies in a smokestack swell. You built me a heaven to make it a hell. Ashes in D minor stuck in my chest. Your last refrain, my final rest. Breathe me in and let me drown in the ache of your downtown sound. A love note carved on a hotel key. Trumpet cried like it envied me. Tentons rolled as your heel dropped low. Like every rhythm knew where to go. Cafe noir with the grunge perfume. Your name etched deep in the saxophone's gloom. We danced to silence. remember, but memory lies. Smoke keeps secrets, and jazz never dies. Ashes in D minor, falling slow. Your name in echo, your face in shadow. A vinyl love, all cracked and spun. A needle's kiss till the damage is done. Ashes in D minor, stitched in blue. A symphony stitch for me and you. One last chord before we fade. Your voice, the echo I never played. Play me once and never again. I used to sing for the spotlight. Now I just sing to remember. The piano waits but doesn't speak. The chords are soft, the melody weak. The mic still works, the lights still glow. But something's gone I used to know. My voice still hums the shape of truth, but jazz has turned its face from youth. The stage feels wider than before, and silence doesn't beg for more. Ooh, the rhythm used to carry me. Now it just lets me be. I dance in half-forgotten keys and ride in disappearing ink. Forgot me, it didn't slam the door. Just stopped answering, I asked for more. No rage, no break, just softer tones. Like I became back round to my own. I still sing, but not to be heard. Just for the shade of the unsaid word. I used to fill the room with sound. Now I leave space for it to drown. The crowd don't hush, there is no crowd. Just ghosts that used to clap out loud. I still wear red, still light the flame, but jazz forgot to say my name. And maybe that's the way it goes when music stops but memory knows. Maybe it was mercy, maybe it was time. Maybe jazz just moved on. When the music forgot me, I didn't chase it down. I let the silence settle in and wore it like a crown. No key to find, no cue to hit. Just this small voice and what's left of it. And if you hear me fade tonight, know I went out in perfect light. The band stopped playing, but I still sing.
still curled in smoke and silver lining. Your voice still clings to my dress, like rhythm drunk on second guess. I told myself you fade by dawn, but jazz remember, even when it's gone. Last night's trumpet knows my name, plays it slow, then plays the shame. Every note's a kiss that stayed long past the bed we unmade. It doesn't lie, but it don't heal. It just repeats what I still feel. The sheets still sweat your silhouette. My lips forget, but drums don't let. You said one night, but the band knew that every solo bleeds the truth. And maybe love was just a chord I held too long, I can't afford. Last night's trumpet haunts the air. Yeah, it glowed like your last stare. You danced away, left rhythm bare. Now I sway with ghosts that care. It doesn't lie, but it don't heal. It hums the ache, makes it real. I keep the lights off when I play, so I don't see the notes you take away. Last night's trumpet loves me still, soft and slow against my will. The club is closed, the streets all drown, but that sound, it stays around.
The room was quiet, tired, long before you left. I watched the light slip off the floor, as if it knew you'd love no more. The coffee cooled, the record spun, but all the leaving had begun. The chair you chose still leans your way. The flowers dry, but still they stay. The song we liked still softly plays, though no one listens now. Always I stayed too long in echoes and wine, held the ghost of what wasn't mine. The night moved on, the clock did too, but I stayed with you. You didn't speak, you didn't cry, just faded quiet, no need to try. And I just smiled like like people do when love is gone, but they're not through. I lit the lamp, then turned it away. What more could either of us say? I stayed too long in perfume and grace, in silent rooms you used to face. And even now, when night turns blue, I sit too still. I stay too true. Some goodbyes don't sound like doors, just like someone not looking back anymore. I stayed too long, and maybe I knew that leaving was always meant for you. But love, you see, is not a song. It ends too sharp when you stay too dreaming what if fables. I sip my tea and stir the light, and let the quiet hold me tight. Your coat is gone, the smell has faded. The records now sound understated, but still I hum a line or two from all the songs I shared with you. I live with quiet now. She moves just like I do. She fills the space you used to move through. She doesn't ask, she doesn't vow, but still she stays. I live with quiet now. Still spins without your things, and I don't ache, not every day, but when it rains I look your way. You're not a ghost, you're not a scar, you're just the hush between two bars. I live with quiet now. She brings no fight, no flame. She doesn't leave when I say your name. She just exists like time somehow, a gentle truth. I live with quiet now. You were once the noise I couldn't live without. Now you're the quiet I've learned to carry. I live with quiet now. No grief, no grin, just air that folds what might have been. She doesn't love
She never left on cue or rhyme. She slipped away in 7/8 time. The band still caught in 4/4 dreams, while she unraveled in offbeat schemes. Her voice would dodge the proper bars, a jazz that broke beneath the stars. Each phrase she let dissolve too soon, like dust surrendering to a moon. She left in 7/8 time, not whole, a rhythm carved into her soul. No tidy ending, no goodbye, just jazz that swayed, then passed you by. The crowd leaned in but missed her step, her melody too wild, unkept. She turned the chords into a maze where even silence lost its place. She did in style, a half-note walk, a shadowed mile. She changed the tempo with one breath and left behind a groove of death. She left in 7/8 time askew, a pulse that Paris never knew. And though the band still plays the same, the rhythm aches with just her name. Now every set they try to play still dances where she slipped away. No metronome, no measured line, just silence left in 7/8 time. Didn't tell. You didn't cry, you didn't stay. You folded on, then walked away. Your coat still swayed as if unsure, but your hands had already closed the door. You left no scent, no shattered frame, no lipstick cup to whisper blame, just air still warm where you had stood, and me too still for my own good. After you left quietly, the night got loud in me. Jazz turned sharp, the chair leaned hard, the lamp felt far, the room forgot what light could be. After
stayed not waiting just to feel if time would soften what was real. But even clocks seem less precise when love leaves twice without advice. You weren't cruel, but you were true, and that's the hardest kind to lose. After you left quietly, the jazz kept playing me. The notes grew cold, the rhythm strayed, but I stayed dressed as if you'd stay. A softer grief than tragedy. You left too well, too quietly. I would have begged if you had broken, but you left with everything unspoken.
Echoes in midnight blue whisper the things we never knew. Your touch, a shadow in the dark, a flame that flickers lost in stark. Tie me to the fading light, let me drift where the dark feels right. Waltz me slow through the silent rain, let me feel every inch of pain. Echoes in midnight blue, breathe me in where the silence grew. Let me fall, let me undo. Echoes in midnight blue. Shattered glass in the dim lit glow, footsteps fading where no one goes. You hum the tune of things we lost, a melody wrapped in heavy frost. Wrap me in the threads of time, hold me close while I unwind. Waltz me blind through the hollow sky, let me fade where the silence lies. Echoes in midnight blue, etch my name where the shadows grew. Let me sing, let me subdue. Echoes in midnight blue.
misunderstood. Her glass heels cracked with every vow. He kissed her lies, she took the bow. A love rehearsed, but not for now. She broke the script, then left somehow. The spotlight fades, but not her trail. Each step a ghost in lipstick veil. Glass heels and goodbye, a soft retreat. She walks on shards and feels defeat. No curtain call, no final beat, just silence where their hands don't meet. He sipped her name from bourbon glass and watched her dress like smoke would pass. A song she wrote, but none would class as truth, just jazz too sharp to last.
She left her scent, but not her pain.
It echoes in the last refrain. Glass heels and goodbye, a soft retreat. She walks on shards and feels defeat. No curtain call, no final beat, just silence where their hands don't meet.
She doesn't turn, she doesn't cry,
just glass and jazz and one goodbye.
a love that sang then said goodbye.
She didn't stay for the outro, didn't wait to hear how it ended. She left before the sax could sigh, before the bridge could say goodbye. The trumpet curled into its case like it knew she'd lost the taste. Her wine still warm, her coat still hung, but the chorus caught what left unsung. The conga missed her final step, still tapping truths we never kept. She didn't stay for the outro, didn't want the slow decay. Said she hated endings, but she ended me that way. No final bow, no curtain pull, just an empty bar and a trumpet full. She left mid-note and let it go. She didn't stay for the outro. The band played on like all bands do, trying to swing through what we knew, but every snare felt just a bit too late, like the groove was holding weight. I watched the stage forget her name, while the bass kept time with blame. And though I stayed until the hush, not one chord felt like us. She didn't say
she said nothing, and that was everything. She didn't stay for the outro, didn't wait for fade to black. She left me singing to a room that never asked her back. No applause, just phantom keys, no echo where she used to be. Just me, the mic, and what I know. She never stayed for the outro. She slides in like smoke through the back door haze, crimson lips curled in a minor phrase, eyes like secrets jazzed and low, upright bass hums where the soft winds blow. I sip dusk in a coffee-stained glass, crooked halo from the neon that passed. Paris don't sleep, it just smirks and sways in the breath between trumpet and slow decay. Fingertips trace ghosts on the bar. She hums a revolution in F-sharp noir. Saxophone spills like the past on my tongue, where memory's muted and forever's unsung. Velvet red revolution, hearts in a haze. We dance through the ashes, half set ablaze. Time skip like vinyl, stuck in a groove. Grunge in her gospel, no need to move. Velvet revolution, smooth. She spoke in riddles and brush drum sighs, with a laugh like gunpowder under soft skies. Cuban brass echoed through the jazz ghost street, with lace in her boot steps and fire in her feet. Strings cracked open like thunder and silk. She sipped bourbon laced with rose and milk. Every eye wrote poems in her wake, a syncopated dream no God could fake. In the mirror she vanished, but left a note on a napkin and lipstick, one bleeding quote. Time's a trick played in blue and in red. Meet me where bass lines rise from the dead. Velvet revolution, kiss of regret. She's a storm in the jazzman's cigarette. We burn like Havana beneath winter moons. Her silence a sonnet, her rhythm in ruins. Velvet revolution, soon. Now I haunt that cafe, seat by the door, order her drink, pretend to ignore. The jukebox weeps in a minor sixth tune, still waiting on velvet revolution.
fingers trace the edge of time, a shadow play in nicotine lines. Your breath, a ghost across my spine, a slow collapse of borrowed signs. Tobacco dreams, burnt edges curl, bittersweet smoke unfurls. Another night, another lie, another kiss I can't untie. Ooh, spin me slow, drown me deep in rivers where the silence weeps, fading embers, slipping streams. I'm haunted still to tobacco dreams. Street lamps flicker, a half-lit prayer, broken glass in midnight air. You wear your sorrow like a crown. I sip the ruin and let it drown. Tobacco dreams in hues of gray, ashes kiss where lovers fray. Another touch, another cry, another ghost I can't deny. Spin me slow, drown me deep where lovers burn and beggars sleep. Embers whisper in practice seams. I'm tethered still to tobacco dreams. Inhale the ache, exhale the seam. I'm stitched together by broken dreams. Spin me slow, drown me deep in rivers where my silence sleeps. Fading embers, forgotten gleams. I'll die within my tobacco dream.
There's a silence that only stays when you stop running. I wore my heels down, chasing ghosts, carved lullabies from what hurt most. I thought if I could move fast enough, I'd outrun the weight of love. But every street and every flame led back to me with a different name. Just that old unhurried friend stayed still enough for me to mend. Ooh, I used to think I'd lose the pain, standing still. I'm breathing deep. I let the ghosts rock me to sleep. No anthem here, no masquerade, just me, no more running away. I let the old songs gather dust. I let the mirrors learn to trust. No more chasing, no more fight, no more carving loss into the night. I'm not a race, I'm not a plea, I'm just the breath that carried me. It wasn't the world that needed change, it was me learning how to stay. No more running, no more schemes, no more drowning in half-made dreams. No finish line, no price to pay, just standing still and letting stay. No spotlights pull, no song to say, just me, no more running away, just me, still here. The night don't sleep, it just hides the crimes, and the walls remember in swing time rhymes. Her lipstick smudge, you know inside you can lie to love, but whispers don't lie. She walks like a clock that's lost its chime, eyes like sirens in 3/4 time. Told him her name with a wink and a dare, but he left his soul in her vacant stare. Every table holds a tale half spilled, and the smoke tells truths that the mouth won't build. She don't confess, she suggests, with a jasmine shrug and a poet's dress. Whispers don't lie when the moon leans in. She sings in silk, soaked in sin. No fairy tales in a glass of rye, only stories that breathed, and whispers don't lie. He asked her once if hearts can rust. She smiled and said they all adjust. The techno beat was soft but clear, like a memory whispered in the other ear. She kissed him slow like a silent scream, tasted his future, sold his dream. The band played sharp, her eyes played cold, and the past was pawned for a touch of gold. Whispers don't lie, they just wait their turn, like a match too damp, still wanting to burn.
She writes her sins in a lullaby and sings them sweet, 'cause whispers don't lie. Turn the lights low, they talk too loud. Only the whispers stay and wear their shroud. There's a rhythm in the static, and it's wearing satin gloves. It started with a note to round, a whisper that became the sound of curtains swaying without wind, of music crawling through my skin. My drink went warm, my vision bled, the saxophone slipped in my head, the chandelier began to twitch, and something in me found its pitch. Oh, it breathed in 12-bar lullabies, tied my pulse with slinky lies. I danced, I swayed, I begged for more. Jazz kicked in through every pore. Satin in the static, slow and clean. It wraps around like nicotine. It hums my name in every line, a kiss, a bass, a grand design. I'm not alone, the bandit grins. Their notes crawl underneath my skin, and every solo takes a piece of me. Imperfect minor piece. The mirrors fog with trumpet sighs, the keys wept truths behind disguise. A drumbeat nested in my chest and told my spine to never rest. I saw the music wear a face with smoky eyes and crimson lace. It laughed in tempo, licked its teeth, then led me past the note beneath. It plays me now, I breathe in bars, a marionette of midnight bars. It holds my hands, it owns my breath, it hums me softly into death. Satin in the static, soft and sly, conducts the twitch inside my eye. My heartbeat sinks, my shadow bends. The song begins, it never ends. And as I fade into the chord, my body's jazz, my will ignore. No longer mine, I move unseen, a note in satin, in the static sheen. In satins never sounded so complete. A light rain taps the cobblestone.
I walk these nights alone. Your coat still hangs where you left it last. Time moves slow, echoes from the past. The
hold your ghost in the window glass. I hum the tune you wrote for me, still off key in reverie. Misty Boulevard, you haunt the air. Every corner, you're always there. In cafe mirrors and faded glare, you loved me once, too much to bear. Rain-drenched dreams and perfume tones, lipstick traces on cobblestones. A jazzman sighed through saxophones. I danced with shadows, not alone. Holds its breath too soon, another song beneath the moon. Misty Boulevard, you haunt the air. Every corner, you're always there. In cafe mirrors and faded glare, you loved me once, too much to bear. Jazz, you're everywhere. I almost said hello that night, almost leaned into the candlelight. You stirred your drink, the air turned tight, and we both blinked and let it die.
Your silhouette read like a jazz refrain. I knew the chords but missed the name. We shared a silence, sharp and wide, then let the rhythm roll and hide.
The trumpet sighed just once so low, like even brass had fear to show. You glanced, then gone, a ghostly flow, and almost love is still a no.
Almost never, still aches true.
Like melodies lost in evening.
We danced in glances, passed straight through, and left no kiss, but left a clue.
Your name was jazz, I never played, a lyric left in minor shade.
I hum it still, just out of frame, a song unsung, but not unnamed.
It's in doorways, thick as sin. I saw you once, that should have been
jazz prefers the things within.
Almost. Almost.
Almost never, still play slow.
We haunted keys will never show.
You left or stayed, I'll never know. But jazz remembers what we let go.
I almost loved you. You'll never know.
Ink and ghosts spilling through my veins. Names forgotten, only silence remains. Letters fade in the candle's sight. You speak in echoes I can't untie. Hold me still where time won't cling. Carve my sorrow into everything. Spin me once through the paper thin. Trace the lines where dreams begin. Ink and ghosts, write me slow. Etch the ache the world won't show. Fade me down in undertows. Ink and ghosts, all I know. Footprints vanish in the wine-soaked dust. Promises rot into rust. You stitched my name in empty threads. A waltz of ghosts in an unmade bed. Hold me once where the shadows sing. Tie me tight to a broken wing. Spin me slow through the hollow skin. Let the night pull me in. Ink and ghosts, write me slow. Bleed me where the memories flow. Let the silence paint the snow. Ink and ghosts, all I know. soft in melody, but still cut like memory. She smiled like a jazz refrain, beautiful but meant for pain. Spoke in tempo, moved in hush, never gave more than a crushed blush. The bass knew what I didn't yet, that some chords bloom just to forget. She lied like someone trained to sing, every word with perfect swing. She lied in mainslay minor, over chords a little finer, masked it with a brush refrain, said my name, then left a stain. Now every note feels out of place, and every silence holds her face. She didn't break me, she just played in Re minor. I still hear it in the keys, the way she weaved her melodies. Her laugh swung sharp, then fell apart. No bridge, no chorus, just false starts. The piano remembers what I ignored, the sound of leaving wrapped in score. Her song was velvet, tinged with rust, and I mistook technique for trust. Don't blame the band, they played it true. It was her solo that never